Buckeye fans, we made it to game day. It's officially the start of the 2025 college football season, and we have a doozy for you. The Ohio State Buckeyes, the #1 Texas Longhorns, squaring off here in just 1.5 short hours. And we got a cool little backdrop for you while we're recording this show. You'll see a lot of the Texas players, maybe even Coach Sarkisian walking behind me. They just arrived, and we're moments away from the Ohio State Buckeyes entering the Ohio Stadium and getting ready for what's going to be the gem of Week 1 in all of college football. Anthony Moeglin here, hanging out with you on the Ohio State Buckeyes on SI YouTube channel. If you're with me this morning, amazing. Thank you for stopping by, making us part of your pregame content. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you've been here before, appreciate you coming back. Exciting day for all of us here. Exciting day here on the channel. Going to have a ton of content for you, so make sure you are tapped in to Ohio State Buckeyes on SI. Now, it looks like the gates did just open up, so fans are going to start trickling in here for what's going to be one of the most amazing atmospheres that we've had in a long time. Now, the last time we were here, pretty much in this exact same spot, I was about 20 yards that way when Tennessee rolled in here, and it's kind of a very similar feel. A lot of Texas fans here in Columbus. You see them walking around the streets. You see them. You see them around. There's going to be a lot of cowboy hats, a lot of cowboy boots. But it is going to be it's going to be pretty crazy inside here. 110,000 people. There's Will Howard jumping in right behind us here as the former national champion of the Buckeyes and the now Steelers quarterback is making his rounds here this morning. Pretty damn cool that Will Howard and all the boys are back to be recognized here today. But in terms of this game, where does it start? For me, it starts at Will Howard's position, the quarterback position on both sides of the football. Julian Sayin for the Ohio State Buckeyes, Arch Manning for the Texas Longhorns. Now, for Arch, this is not his first start. He's started before. He's played before. This is his biggest start to date. And today we're going to find out, does the play match the hype? Does the tape match what's being said about him? Or is it just that he's a Manning and people are excited about him because he's got a lot of hype, and he should. He's an incredible player. He brings a lot to the table that Ohio State is going to have to deal with. He can hurt you with his legs. Unlike his uncles, he's very athletic, but he can also hurt you with his arm. His release is lightning quick. He's accurate as can be. He's going to have plenty of guys to throw to. Now, on the other side of things for Ohio State, Julian Sayin, his first opportunity to be the Ohio State quarterback. I talked about it on yesterday's show, and it was funny that Will just walked his way through. But I remember Will Howard last year after playing Akron. He's like, yeah, I spent some time in that first quarter like taking it all in, looking around, seeing all the silver helmets that were my teammates, seeing the scarlet and gray, seeing the stadium, being in one of the historic venues. Julian can't, unfortunately, do that today. That'll have to wait maybe till next week when they take on Grambling or the week after when they take on OU, because he's got to be dialed in and locked in right from Jump Street, because it's going to take all that, because Texas's defense is very, very good, and they did a really good job last year of stopping the Ohio State offense and really holding them down. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but obviously the quarterbacks are going to dominate the storylines here. The next one for me is when Texas has the football, Steve Sarkisian versus Matt Patricia. The why I'm so intrigued by this, and I've been intrigued all week, I've been intrigued all summer, is because nobody knows what the heck Matt Patricia is going to do. This is his first time coaching a college football game, his first game as a defensive coordinator in college. Will it look like some of those Patriot teams? Will it look like some of his Detroit teams? Will it look totally different? Nobody knows, but what we do know is that Ohio State is going to be reloading at a lot of positions. You're going to have a fresh new defensive line. You're going to have 3 new defensive backs in the secondary. You're going to have a new linebacker. But what you're also going to have is 2 of the best players on the defensive side of the football in the entire country. The first one is Sonny Styles at that linebacker position. Can the Block O be the leader of this team? And not can he. What is he going to do to make big plays today? Because he's an incredible leader and a guy that you want to build your team around. It also helps when he's running right alongside arguably the best defensive player in the whole sport, Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is that coach on the field. We talked about it a bunch. They actually call him Coach Downs at some points because he's always in the right spot. And I actually think that that Jake Butt of Big Ten Network had a really, really good point, is that he's like the 11th and a half, maybe 12th player, because he's so smart that when he can diagnose a play, whether it's run or pass, he can quickly get to his spot. So if he diagnoses run, he's going to be an extra linebacker when maybe they didn't plan on having an extra linebacker. If he diagnoses pass, he's going to be that extra defender in the back end. Maybe that wasn't supposed to be there. So Caleb Downs is that X factor on defense, and certainly something that Steve Sarkisian and Arch Manning are going to have to handle in a big way. Now, the other side of it is like I said, Sonny Styles. He's going to be running right next to Arvell Reese, who's got all the potential, all the hype in the world surrounding him. Going to be exciting to see how those two guys fly around, because not only are they big, they're an impressive bunch, but they're fast. They fly around. They fly to the football. So it'll be exciting to see that, and exciting to see how the chess match evolves. How is Steve Sarkisian and Arch Manning going to adjust? What are they going to do to try to attack the Ohio State offense? Ohio State defense is going to be really exciting there. Now, the last big storyline for me is when Ohio State has the football, what does a Brian Hartline coach offense look like, right? Coach Day's been very upfront about, hey, we need to give the keys to Ryan. He's got to call plays. They're obviously been doing this a long time. This isn't Brian Hartline's first time on the headset. He's been there. He's done that, but now he's got the keys to the car, and it's going to be really cool to see. The big level of emphasis for him, is get number 4 involved. How can they get Jeremiah Smith going? Unlike last year, 1 catch, 3 yards for Jeremiah Smith, largely regarded by many, by me, by all, as the best, certainly the best wide receiver in college football, possibly the best player in college football. Get number 4 involved in the football game. Do it early, do it often. Get this freaking place jumping, because that is the last point that I wanted to talk about. This environment's going to be crazy. I've kind of flipped on this. I will bark about the big noon thing till the cows come home. I'll bark about it all day. But what I do think is cool about this one is, because it's the first game of the first Saturday in college football, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's going to be pretty sweet. This place is going to be jumping. Certainly would be really cool if it was at nighttime, but it's going to be really cool here at noon, and there's going to be 110,000 in this place. It is going to be rocking. What team can handle that better? Can Texas handle the noise? Can they handle the adversity? We'll certainly find out, but can Ohio State feed off of it? It's going to be really cool watching the Buckeyes really feed off of this crowd, off of this environment. I do think it's going to be one of those days. Has the potential to be one of those days inside the shoe where a lot of people are going to remember it for a very long time. All right, prediction time for me. As it stands right now, as I'm recording, Ohio State has jumped back to 1.5-point favorites. It's been kind of teetering earlier in the week. Texas was 3.5-point dogs. Ohio State was 3.5-point favorites. They actually moved all the way to the flip side, where Ohio State was the underdog. Now it is it's pretty much a pick'em. It's been a pick'em all week, at least the back half of the week. But Ohio State's officially 1.5-point favorites. The over/under is 46 points. So for me, I got the Buckeyes with a 24-17 victory over Texas, and I think it's going to be very similar to how last year ended. Maybe not so much with the crazy play that Jack Sawyer had, but I think something similar. There's going to be a mistake made. Who's going to make it is going to be the big question. Will Julian Sain make it? Will Arch Manning make it? In my opinion, I think Arch makes the critical mistake late in the game. And maybe it's Caleb Downs. Maybe it's Davison Igbinosun. Maybe it's Sonny. Maybe it's anybody else to make a big play to turn Texas over. And I think there's going to be 1 or 2 plays that are going to be the deciding factor. I got Ohio State 24, Texas 17. For all you math wizards out there, that's 41 points. I'm not the math guy. That's why I'm talking into a microphone. 41 points. Do with that information what you will. But ultimately, this is going to be awesome. Enjoy the heck out of this. Wherever you're watching it, whatever party you're at, enjoy it. This is a perfect, feels like fall. It's the last touch of summer. Blue skies, 70 degrees. 2 of the biggest and best brands in all of college football squaring off in week 1, just as it should be. We're excited to bring it along, bring everything to you. So obviously we're here pregame. We'll be here postgame. We'll have all the postgame press conferences from coaches and players. Julian will speak after the game. Coach Day will speak after the game, and then we'll get an assortment of players. All of it will be available on our YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel and you're liking our videos, dropping comments in there. You'll see a ticker running below me. You've seen it the whole video. Follow us on social. Got some stuff up there already. But also check out our website, si.com/college/Ohio State. Our team's working hard throughout the game and post-game, delivering a bunch of content for you to consume, whether it's tonight or tomorrow morning. Definitely jump in there and make sure that you're following along. But we got to get out of here. I got to shut up and take this all in. Last thing I'll say, Lee Corso and the ESPN boys will be right to my left as I'm looking at the camera right here, and he's going to make his final headgear pick, and he's going to do it in the stadium facing the Ohio State sidelines. My guess is he's putting that Brutus helmet on, that Brutus hat on, but that'll be really cool as we say so long to the coach. But I'm just going to say so long to you here. Appreciate you jumping in and hanging out with me pregame before the number 1 Texas Longhorns take on the number 2 or number 3 Ohio State Buckeyes here inside Ohio Stadium. Sit back, relax, enjoy the heck out of the game, and then come back in after as we'll react to it all. Whatever we see on this field behind me, we'll react to it here on the Ohio State Buckeyes on SI YouTube channel.